Y'all, come on in. You're here on a smoky day today.
Yeah, we have Tobacco Road for you today from Ariana and Evans.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why? Come on in the live chat on YouTube. We'd love to meet you and hear what you're shaving with and have you meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too. And our mention today is rather special, and it's the reason that I chose Tobacco Road. My grandfather, who was my best friend for 20 years, was a pipe smoker until my grandmother decided to quit cigarettes, so he gave it up in solidarity, which was actually one of the nicest things he ever did for her. I was impressed. This is one of two things I got as my inheritance. This is one of his pipes, and this is the last one that he used before he gave it up. He told me the handle's a little wobbly, so have it fixed if I'm going to use it, and you can kind of see that he was a little lazy in cleaning it out, and it still has, I keep it in a little Ziploc bag so it doesn't completely go away, but it still has a little scent of his burnt tobacco. Can you smell it?
I can. There's like a fun, deep herby thing going on.
Yeah, right. It was cherry tobacco half the time, and then the rest of the time was this other blend he liked to buy. But y'all, that's why I decided to get Tobacco Road. I'm not a smoker, but some of my best memories are encapsulated in New Year's parties where this was in his hand the entire time. My dad's first boss, Mr. Baxter, smoked a pipe, and I don't know, just some of the coolest guys in the world. And I think it was an era that may never come again. So I'm excited to have this in a scent to reawaken those memories. But we'll know a little better what those memories might be when we meet the soap. All right, y'all, from the sales page at aegrooming.com.
Welcome to Tobacco Road, our very first scent created in our all-new Ultima luxury line. The scent is very warm, inviting, masculine, and complex. This will be a scent you'll love smelling throughout the day and evening. The tobacco is realistic because we use tobacco absolute. I'm using a beautiful honey note, which was previously used when creating Oud Diction.
We're using Hinoki for the first time in this composition. Hinoki wood, Japanese cypress, offers a dry and woody note with soft herbal lemony undertones. It's very understated in this scent. The tobacco I'm using has a rich, nuanced, warm, and slightly sweet scent, and capped off with a rich amber base. The Ultima formulation is rich and luxurious. I believe it sets a new standard in post-shave feel, and I believe it's easier to lather and requires less water. And y'all, we have it on good authority that Ultima 2 might even be just around the corner from Mr. Chikalis, always improving something about Kaizen.
Yes.
And you know, I already read the scent notes. We might as well let them in on it. We start with
Hinoki, honey, bay leaf, tobacco, smoke, and amber.
Well, y'all, if that doesn't sound like a Peter Chikalis creation, then I don't know what does. Why don't we take it out of the box? Oh, speaking of Kaizen, you didn't see that for an upcoming episode, but you did see Tobacco Road. Oh, look at that. And y'all, I want you to see how this splash comes packaged. Y'all, it is going to arrive at your house safe and sound. Here we go, y'all. The Ultima splashes. And when you're done with your shave, you can use them for home defense. All right, let's get the matches and go outside. It is time for Tobacco-y First Impression. Oh, I love the beautiful Medusa design on the label with the shield. Are you cool if I take the first
I was going to make you. You showed me that pipe, and I thought it was just kind of expected.
Excited about this. Oh, tobacco color on the pour itself. All right, tobacco absolute. Actually taken from tobacco itself. So. But y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation. There's tobacco and there's tobacco, depending on where you get it from, how it was grown, how it was fertilized, how it was cured. Could be anything. All right, here we go.
Add in some Hinoki and honey and some bay leaf. This could be an adventure.
I'm excited. All right, here we go.
Oh, needs a long whiff. Is that what you hoped it'd be?
I just want to sit here and bask
in
this for a few moments. Y'all, we ran across something interesting the other day. This piece of music that you're hearing is being studied by scientists worldwide because it has the same effect on the human anxiety levels as our strongest anti-anxiety drugs do. And only this song, listen.
It's not what you'd expect.
I know, there's something about it. These notes are coming together in exactly the same way to wash over me with an unbelievable sense of calm and relaxation. Like any worry that I had in my body just melted when I smelled this and took me back to a Saturday night on Grandpa's couch when he's out back watering the grapes and I'm watching HBO for the first time. That's what this feels like. It's not Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, but look at my face. The way that has an absolutely beguiling charm in the middle of how those notes come together. This has that exact same cleverness while doing a tobacco scent in a very different way. What this is coming up against is not a vanilla sense, but I think it's that sort of honeyed, oud, ambery thing that was in Ouddiction is being paired with the tobacco here. And y'all, this just defines the word rich. This defines the word decadent when it comes to scents without being too sweet, without being too intense. This doesn't crawl up your nose either. It's sitting right in the middle at like a 3. But y'all, the rich spices in this. And is there vanilla? Hold on. No. You know what's sweetening this up are the honeyed notes. And they're having to be turned up because honey does not have a real strong scent in the first place. You kind of have to look for it. The honey's being turned up so that beautiful, spicy sweetness is what's bringing the heart of the tobacco out and into the light. Wow. And you know what's cool? I'm not only getting a sense of that beautiful cured tobacco leaf, but that beautiful, rich tobacco smoke from the pipe is also in this in wisps. Now, I don't mean too strong so that it like kind of burns your nose.
Right.
But like my grandpa's coat after he was done smoking the pipe, like if you smelled it in the closet, smelled beautifully of tobacco smoke somehow.
Right.
That's the sense that is in here. So it's not the smoke like off the tobacco crawling up your nose. It's the smoke off the lapel the next day. Let's face it, my grandpa didn't wear a jacket with a lapel. He wore a 49ers jacket, but you get the idea. You know the gold puffy 49er coat?
Yep.
That was my grandpa. He lived 3 blocks from UOP, University of the Pacific, where they used to practice. And we used to go watch the 49ers practice pretty much alone. Those are the kind of fun memories that this scent is bringing back for me. I never know what memories are going to come rushing back with a shave soap, but very often you can see them in my face. You know that charming, woody, spicy heart of Ouddiction? You know that thing in Ouddiction where your nose just can't get enough? A form of that is in here, playing as a yin-yang against that tobacco. This is one of the most beautiful scents I have ever smelled. Look at my face. I am trying to decide right now
I can hear
if this is better than Tobacco Vanille because I put that thing on once a week, whether it's Haverford or our dossier. We even have a little bit of the original, which I am probably going to get married in. I am trying to decide right now, in the middle of this existential crisis that I'm having, if this might be better than Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, because I already think Haverford is. So now I get to try to decide if this is better than Haverford. I need to lie down, y'all.
Okay, before I forget, can you get the Hinoki in there?
Oh!
Because I remember reading it.
That's part of what is giving this that unbelievable miracle charm in the middle, something you would never suspect. Sitting on your grandpa's couch surrounded by honey and tobacco, I get that. Yeah. But with a Hinoki tree in the mix.
We've only read that a few times in scent notes, but I feel like we're finally getting to know what that scent is.
You know what it is? It's the sweet, smooth heart of that Hinoki. And if you know Hinoki and Sage from PAA, if you know 'Tis the Season from Noble Otter, look at my face. That is Hinoki through the roof. Yeah, the Hinoki is almost the sugar in this little recipe. And it is phenomenal. And you know what? Looking up at these scent notes and having one catch my eye, the bay leaf is almost undetectable in this. It is turned down so far. It's just there to give a little bit of a sweet earthiness underneath the hood. It is not prominent. This is not a bay rum by any stretch of the imagination. This is a rich, deep heart of tobacco, and that heart is as wide as the ocean. I don't want to proclaim this a masterpiece without you.
I'm pretty sure
so
I'm getting the hint already.
To get your nose on this thing.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it is a little bit dark.
It is.
Okay. Words. So, to me, if I didn't know tobacco smelled like this, I think this is helping me figure out where it actually sits for me.
Right.
So the spices of the tobacco, I feel like are really having a voice here.
Yeah.
And I'm Miss Bay leaf person, so even that didn't take over for me.
Right.
But it didn't get as dark as I mentally thought it would.
Right.
Like, I understand that it's more the real tobacco absolute here, which is why it's not being forced. And it's not too candied or in your face. Like, it's not the scratch and sniff version of tobacco. It's the real part of it. But the more natural, attractive, kind of cozy, warming, kind of to your soul parts like you were talking about. Like, now I feel like I can kind of get to know your grandpa through this scent, which is very cool. But the way it's balanced with the sweeter sides of the hinoki, yet woodsy, and then a little bit of the honey, which doesn't get too sweet, but just enough to kind of make it have that almost like I picture cherry tobacco kind of vibe.
Right.
Instead of going cherry, it's just kind of sweetening the actual tobacco itself.
Right.
At first, I thought it was going to be almost too masculine, that I wouldn't want to use it, but smelling it here, nay, I would definitely totally, like, kind of like you said, like, like tobacco vanilla has it is a little more deeper and masculine, but I still feel like I can put it on. It's not an only you thing.
You know how when you see a lady in a cocktail dress and she's holding a cigar, there's just something about it that makes it even sexier. That's how this would read as a unisex cologne. I think this would be fabulous on you. In fact, I would love to smell the splash on you when we go
since
deeper.
We're talking about EDPs too, this could be a whole thing.
I know. And I put on Udiction, 3 days ago? What a beautiful scent. And this is almost like a mashup of like Udiction and a tobacco scent.
Yeah.
And the tobacco is a little more forward than the Udiction is. Well, actually, it's a lot more forward.
Yeah, I am curious to smell it in the splash variation though, like off the puck here. It's nice to have that calming thing kick in. Like, even if I hadn't heard you say that, it does automatically taking a whiff. It does have that, like, immediately, like, you're just exhaling. Or, like, when you sit into a really well-worn couch and you just sink in. Like, there's something about this scent that you don't want to get up.
Imagine the world's most comfortable, broken-in Barco lounger, the old recliner kind from the 80s or 90s. Yep. Tell me that doesn't smell how your inner child would want that big old Barco lounger to smell. If that was your grandpa's chair.
Oh, totally.
That. I love it when, like, heads of the family have a chair and then somebody comes over, like somebody's new boyfriend, and accidentally sits in it and the whole room inhales. Your dad has a chair I will not sit in.
I know, he told you to sit in it and you're like, I don't think I should do that.
I can't. I need an adult. I sat in it because he gave me the kitten and was like, here, sit here with the kitten. But
so you
I was not comfortable. Neither was the kitten.
It was like hot lava. He had to get out.
The kitten was like, I don't know, it's Dad's chair. Should we be here? Plenty of couches in that room. Just saying. That's Dad's chair. He works hard.
It has a fun, rugged vibe to it. When we used to first go up to the cabin, it had that men's built with their own hands. Like, they have loved this thing and built it from the ground up. And when they go there, they go to relax. But it has their thumbprint in the building. Like, as soon as you get there, you know you're safe, you know you're comfortable, you're supposed to relax and just enjoy. And there's something in this, the woodsy sides that are coming through, that makes me think of that well-loved cabin or escape place that your family goes to every year. But there's like a warm coziness and the smokiness in here that you're talking about too. Like, it somehow is all encapsulated in this.
And you know why I love it? It is equally parts super rugged and super bougie. At the same time. I don't know how. You can have rugged bougie, but like your cabin is the perfect description.
Maybe you took the finest tobacco you could to your cabin. I don't know.
And there's like a fun, whimsical side to this, the same way there is to your cabin. Remember the guy that had the enormous feet and they took his size 16 flip-flops and attached them to the wall after the cabin was built? That kind of place. The water from the shower comes right out of the river. Y'all.
I think there's even a part of this that it's not an incense at all, but the smoky part of it that's attaching to the tobacco has the sweetest, calming kind of portion without getting, the incensey smoke that makes you want to cough. It's not that. It does have a very sweet smoke in here.
Well, it makes me wonder if Peter might be Catholic, because there is a part of that Catholic incense that you smell on Christmas Eve that just calms and soothes your soul, and has since you were little.
A family lineage kind of thing.
In here too. It's almost like he found the most sentimental kind of smoke he could find, and that goes in there. Smoke that wakes up the deepest parts of your brain and soul. Those are in here.
Because I can tell what it's not, but
Right.
this is like a new variation of a smoke, so I was trying to figure out how to put that into words.
Right.
Coming from someone that does not know tobacco and smoke, that's kind of where I put it. But I am very curious to lather this and see how it is in the splash,
too.
because I feel like that's going to fill in those other little
Me
parts.
too, and have a conversation if there might be a tiny bit of oud in this. But y'all
Yeah.
come along with us. Let's look at the scent notes. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at aegrooming.com. This starts, and I don't think it's this forward, but it might be.
Yeah.
With Hinoki. Again, beautiful. Y'all, it's an evergreen. It's like a balsam kind of a
But it
tree.
has a sweet thing in there.
Right.
Japanese cypress, I
Right.
think.
Ah, yes.
And then next is the honey. So again, my brain pictures Hinoki a little sweeter.
Right.
Not chocolatey, but like something of a natural sweetness that
Right.
happens. But then you put honey, which is not too vocal about how sweet
No.
it is. It's more that amber kind of feel.
Yes, and honey is not giving me the sweet part of the honey here. It's giving me the spicy part
Yeah,
of the honey. Like
I'm with
what
ya.
makes the honey its character besides its sugary sweetness.
I do get like not syrupy, but I do get like a caramelized kind of color.
Bay leaf. Now, queen of all things bay rum.
Yeah,
How are you getting the bay leaf in this?
I think that's what's keeping it clean. Like there's something in the spices that when you explain it could
Right.
sound really dark and like an old
Yes.
pipe, like something that's been
Right.
sitting around, your old cozy something. But there, I think the bay leaf is actually adding the cleaner side to the spices.
Right, right. And that's the lighter part that the darker things are sitting on.
Yeah.
Kind of to give you that contrast that you need.
Yep.
The amber is playing a part in that too. I think the bay leaf and the amber are being good friends
Right.
in the middle of this.
But it doesn't go too sweet to be a vanilla side of the amber.
Right.
It's much more the spices there.
And then I love it when I know an artisan well enough to know his tobacco.
Yeah.
I know Douglas and Fran's tobacco.
Yeah.
I know Will's tobacco. Mm-hmm. I know Peter's tobacco. And y'all,
In here,
this might be my favorite tobacco in all of the wet shaving world, just because of its character, because of its uniqueness, because of its spiciness that doesn't get too sweet, because of its darkness that doesn't go too dark. It's an accord. I don't know how he does it, but I'm just glad he did.
but I also feel like even emotionally how much it connects you to your grandpa without
know.
expecting it to. Just thinking, oh, fun fact, we should bust this out. It's a fun little place to get
Right.
deeper in your soul. When you see those scent notes, you don't know how they're going to paint the picture. But clearly, we are enjoying this.
If you know Udiction, you have a map. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you know what this smells
No.
like, but you've been to that continent.
Similar category.
We can say that. If you love Udiction, but you also have a deep place in your soul for tobacco,
Yeah.
we don't actually come out and say this very often, but you should probably buy this.
Even if you put tobacco vanilla next to...
Oh, I know. Oh, to layer those?
But put,
Holy
that's a
crap.
similar category.
Right.
Like of the depth and the darker brands of kind of
Yes.
the colors I'm getting.
Agreed. And Peter does have a tobacco vanilla that is absolutely beautiful, but isn't like this. That one goes dirty. That one goes
Yeah.
rugged. That one goes spicy. That
This
one,
has the
that
sweeter
one's naughty.
character.
Yeah, this one's sweeter.
I actually feel it is a very versatile scent. They did mention you could wear this during the day or evening.
Yes.
And I completely agree now that I've smelled it.
Well, is it weird that for me, this would be a morning tobacco scent?
Yeah, actually, out of any of the ones we have, like, I don't reach for tobacco vanilla in the morning ever. But that, I totally could see how you would. The spices and the lighter sides in here are very attractive.
Most of the theater people I grew up with started with a cigarette in the morning. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this into the grooves of my Commander Bowl from Captain's Choice. This is my brass one, and
Shiny.
I love it. Captain's Choice makes some of the absolute best bowls in the business. You all should go check them out. All right, I'm going to hit this with a little bougie water. Now, it's the ultimate base, so I'm going to give this a little extra water because the lather likes that, but it'll tell you when it's had enough. So thanks to Craig at Opus Brush, I am forbidden to soak this before I use it. You will see why. But this is my retro shaving brush from Ariana and Evans with the badger knot on it. And watch this. The first thing I'm going to try to do is just get that thin layer of soap up onto these bristles. Might only take 30 seconds, you say. No, that's cool. That's what you want to do, because what you want is to build that lather from the bristles, not from the bowl, especially if you want to bring it to the face. And let's have a grown-up conversation. Whether you bowl, tub, or face lather, the last 30% is always done on the face anyway, ain't it? All right, so most of that soap is now up on the bristles, and the bristles are starting to get wet, and the water and the soap are absorbing into the brush equally. Now I'm going to go down and get the rest of that water. Look at that. Just sops it up like a sponge. And the bowl is now empty, like the beginning of Oliver Twist, because all of that goodness is now here in the brush, ready for you to take it to the face. And watch what happens when we just start taking it to the bowl.
Is it weird that I just got like the most adult version whiff of like what Coca-Cola kind of is without going sweet, but the herbs that are in there? Like if you could make them a super rich like Coca-Cola-ish tea or something.
I'm starting to understand Brooklyn a little better now. That's got that same Peter Tobacco fingerprint.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all.
A few moments later.
And just mix it in gently because the dog is in the splash zone. There are dog EDPs. We found out. Not sure what you'd call them. Green Irish collar. All right, y'all. This is something you only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Grandpa's Pipe or not Grandpa's Pipe with on 3, 1, 2. This is too good.
You can't take a short whiff. It's not possible.
No, you can't. I'm going to start sending this out to my vocal students who can't take a big enough breath. It's like this drew a picture of my grandpa with his pipe and then made it such a beautiful piece of art that it was no longer even my grandpa and a pipe. It was like a Norman Rockwell cover on the Saturday Evening Post. Ashley, do you want to do the honors?
Sure.
And pull this on your face first. Now, we love watching our Mark Zarati and his shaves midweek in between the Monday morning mailbags, but we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. We realized about halfway through our show that y'all would probably want to see what the lather looks like when it coats and covers a moneymaker.
It's so funny. I wasn't really raised around tobacco, so I don't think of that first. But as I take a whiff of this, I would think of like almost a different version of what a cinnamon is, or like a spice that can be sweetened.
That's it.
Some kind of a ginger thing. Like it does have that sweeter side, but I know it's an herb.
And that's why it is beautifully unisex. It can go more cinnamony, more herbal, more sweet.
It's interesting to know that this was actually the first one that they dropped in their Ultima base, though.
Right. Well, it makes sense to me. A scent so magnificent, it's befitting a new base.
But we may also want to try the Ultima Splash to get a full whiff of this thing.
And I'm looking at this giant bottle thinking this probably won't be enough for me. Let's take this a little deeper.
Someone's excited. I think she likes the smell.
There's not even mint in this.
Her
but she
nose
likes
keeps
the smell.
going up,
All
though.
right, here we go. Oh, beautiful.
There's that skin food in there. Oops,
creamy and
I
rich.
did get it on the dog.
All right,
Well, there we go.
That's fine.
Oh, I see now.
Oh,
Hold
me
on.
too.
I
Wait a
figured the
minute.
splash would talk to us.
This does not punch you in the face by any means. This just gives you a gentle, slow hug.
Right? I do. I feel like I just got the best hug from Grandpa right now. But it doesn't smell old. I want to make sure that that's not part of it.
No, Sterling Gentleman, that smells like the old guy from Up. 100%. I will die on that hill. This is the opposite of Sterling Gentleman.
She likes it.
This is a young grandpa.
I would totally rock this.
This is a young, cool grandpa.
Yeah, but I would wear this.
He takes you to Toys R Us and he gives you a $50 bill
Yep.
on the way in the 80s.
Yep.
That's how cool he is.
That's a good Grandpa. Take a whiff on me. Is it changing over here? Because I feel like there's something sweet
Things
happening.
always smell better on you. You have a little bit of like a natural powder note that adds to these. Hold on. Oh.
Like in the middle?
So if we ever have a meetup, you're all just going to have to form a line.
Take a whiff off, Sarah.
It's subtly different.
Subtle.
There's a subtle rebalance that's either intended or that this medium is providing. How are you getting this differently?
I did notice on their website before that the other one had like an ombre thing, like burgundy to black in the coloring. And my brain is getting kind of a burgundy thing, but hey, that actually has like tobacco flakes going on, I think.
I just need a little bit more of this.
Okay, so I think you're still accurate with what you said earlier, that it's not tobacco vanilla. But that's the closest we can come
It's the other way.
that we've smelled,
Yep.
but add in triple the spices.
And a light, whimsical side to this
Yes.
that's not in tobacco vanilla. There's an excitement in
Yeah.
this. There's an anticipation that I feel in this.
Yeah, you can wear this all day. It's something about the other ones can have a darker, deeper place it stays.
Sun up to sundown with this.
So, yeah, I think it's confirmed. Even the dog says that she wants to order the EDP.
And y'all, it would be an absolute crime if we did not present this to you as the 14th member of the 2025 Barbershop Duet Masterpiece Collection. We give you Tobacco Road. Do you concur?
I concur. Even something from Fosco Musk that you liked is somehow in here too.
Right. That little bit of a wisp from Obsession for Men in
Yeah.
old days, whatever. that had in it that hit that deep place in my soul.
That cozy
This is
spice.
opening
warm.
that exact same door.
Yeah.
Love this.
I think at this point, we are very happy that our summer doesn't feel like summer outside. It has barely even hit 70 so far. So we keep feeling like it's still fall, like we're very confused. So this scent right now hits perfect timing.
Now, we're not exactly complaining.
No.
But y'all, our neighbors are lighting fires at night.
Yep.
It's been freezing here in the Bay Area.
So Tobacco Road is going to be wonderful on our walk in just a while.
And this just brings back those days of Grandpa buying a new pouch of cherry tobacco and me putting my nose in it. Just something beautiful and connective and nostalgic. Y'all, other than opening that Ziploc bag and smelling this, where else in our lives are we going to reconnect our noses to our memories? And y'all, that sense of scent is so hardwired to the brain. Of course, it's going to bring back pictures. It's going to bring back feelings. It's going to bring back the dashboard of the car that you were driving and the taste of the dessert that your grandma made for dinner. Y'all, an amazing scent, an amazing artisan, and an amazing hobby, because that's what it really trades in. Memories. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be my grandmother on her way to London to have the one vacation she had in her entire life, and she packed an extra bag for her Bel Air cigarettes because she was going to need so many of them in the month to come. Well, as she was getting on the plane, she decided that she was going to make her whole life better, and she handed that bag back to my grandfather. She said, I'm going to be way too distracted for the next month, and I've always wanted to quit. Take this home, throw it away. And when he got home, he threw it away. And every pipe he ever had, and all his tobacco, except for one, in case one of his grandchildren might want it someday. And they can get their own. So head over to aegrooming.com or shavingshopclub.com to find this and a bunch of other stuff I want. Well, I have had my shave, y'all, with Tobacco Road, and why do I look surprised? Well, let me tell you something. If you are fans of Brooklyn, and you are fans of Addiction, you will find shades in this, and they are indeed the opening act. But as soon as you start to lather, y'all, the opening act goes away, the curtain opens, and Sinatra himself steps through the tobacco. And the other notes are just about gone by the time that lather hits your face. But it is the ultimate way to experience Peter's tobacco in its most beautiful form. Y'all, what a fabulous soap this is. The Ultima base is absolutely extraordinary. I have no idea how he's going to improve it. But knowing Peter, he's gonna. We can't wait for Ultima 2. Thank you for this, buddy. Welcome to Messages.
So for our August giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Ariana and Evan.
You could get this soap, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first September episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
I know I say this on a lot of our lives and stuff, but Peter and Talia and your whole family, thank you for doing this. We know you used to work with computers. You used to do other things in the corporate world, Peter. And when the pandemic hit, you decided you were going to start making people's lives better as best you can. And in a way of combining notes for scent the way other artists do it with music. And it's the only way that some of these memories are ever going to pry themselves loose from those dark corners of my brain. But thank God they do. And thank you for doing this and giving us this world with which to unlock memories we didn't even know we had.
It's funny, I feel like we had a similar reaction to Lavender Noir. Like there was something in that hit both of us on a soul level we were not expecting. This is like the new 2025 version of that experience.
Yeah, me going to the A&E shelf is sometimes like watching Shawshank Redemption, but isn't it great for the soul?
It is. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You will smell better just watching this.